Hi guys, today's video is going to be about askfirmations or question affirmations, and yeah, I don't remember the other term. I think there's another term for this, but yeah, askfirmations. So basically saying your affirmations in a question form. This was requested for me to do an update. So today's video is going to be me giving you guys a little bit more perspective, some more advice, and talking about why perhaps you should try askfirmations and what actually are the benefits and what is the potential outcome. Is it different to normal affirmations? So do thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you enjoy this topic. If you'd like me to make more manifestation advice videos about different areas relating to manifesting your desires. And yeah, you can stay up to date because I literally post manifestation content pretty much every single day, so you can be one of the first people to see it as soon as it comes out. I do offer coaching. You guys probably already know, most of my viewers who are subscribed will know I'm a coach as well. So I offer one-on-one help. If that's a service you would like to look into or purchase, all my contact details, prices and information are linked below on my Instagram page, LOA Coaching. I'm also on TikTok. If you just type in my name basically on any of the platforms, I have coaching content and a coaching page on each one basically. So yeah, you can look into that if you're interested. And now let's start the video. Askfirmations is basically like thinking and speaking from the end result. So of course you can say them in your mind, but I'm also thinking out loud if you repeat them to yourself. It's like you're speaking to yourself from the end result because you're asking your mind, you're asking your brain, why is my manifestation here? Why is this desire already here? So according to some data, because I wanted to give you guys a little bit more of an in-depth view, not just talk about, basic principles of manifesting with an askfirmation. I wanted to explain and know for myself as well what it actually does. Is there actually a literal or physical benefit? And according to the data that I saw, now this is not 100%, but this is according to what I read. So I just want to say that because you never know on the internet. It may end up not being true, or it may, oh, hello, focus on me. Or it may end up being disproven. So yeah, but according to the data, it said that your brain is stimulated by questions. So anytime you're engaging with a question in your life, it's basically like your brain instantly reacts. That has an automated physical reaction. It's stimulated, the mind is stimulated by that question, and it wants to find a solution and it wants to create an answer because you've asked something. Implying that there's an unknown, there's a potential danger, or there is, just something that you need an answer or solution to. So obviously that's the brain's function, and it's going to try and find you the answer. Another interesting fact is that serotonin is released when asking questions and when looking for the solution. So when your mind is answering the question that was posed, for example, why does SP love me? The brain will instantly try to find a solution and answer because you've posed a question, right? So it needs a solution to that, and serotonin is released. So it's going to help your brain relax. It helps you overall just feel relaxed. I presume serotonin impacts the whole body, so your mind is more able to find an answer because you're in a relaxed state. So physically, it's almost like a placebo effect. Sorry, am I even in focus? I feel like the camera's going out of focus on the flowers, but anyway, the mind feels more relaxed, and so the solutions and answers are easier to come up in your mind. And it may even be in the form of a visual, or it may be an actual answer, or just that your mind starts visualizing you and your SP together, for example. It also leads to dopamine being released. So literally it has a positive physical effect on you. And obviously this is just in terms of manifestation and in terms of finding an answer. But ultimately, you will probably start to consciously think of an answer. It will come up in the conscious mind. Well, it all comes from the subconscious, but you know what I mean. The more you practice your affirmations, you will actually be able to answer and say, oh, well, actually, I remember this positive memory with SP, or I remember one time they held my hand, or do you know what, they've asked me out on a date a couple months ago, and that's a positive example of why they want me, for example, that sort of thing. So the mind will actually start to conform to your affirmations and actually start to answer those questions for you and say, well, here's all the positive reasons of what we know from the 3D of why this answer, why this question is true. Why do they love you? Well, you're saying they love you, so here are some examples, if that makes sense. So it's the solution that really creates, and the answer that really creates the emotional well, the release of the chemicals in your body, but the question itself implies that it's already true. And it's kind of like tricking your mind into thinking you're asking an objective question, like I just said, because you're not saying, does SP love me? Because, you know, those are the kind of doubts you may have, or is my manifestation going to work? Those are the type of thoughts that will come up in your mind from the conscious mind and from doubt or trying to protect yourself. That is normal, especially at the beginning of the process. But what you're now saying is, well, I know that, okay, I'll use a different example from SP, but I know that I have the job I want. But now I'm saying, why do I have that job? Not do I have the job, but why do I have the job? How did I get this job that's now mine? Does that make sense? There is a big difference, and it's definitely like tricking your mind, because you're not only saying it's true, but now you're asking your mind to give you reasons why it's true. So of course I recommend you don't change up your entire affirmations. There is no right or wrong way. It's literally just about posing a question. So it could be, you know, taking your affirmations that you've been looping and saturating your mind with. You don't need to change anything there. You just change the sentence structure. So to make it easier and more fun, of course, you can change leading words anyway. And I've talked about this a lot in previous videos. But here for Askfirmations, it's literally, if I give an SP example, because I think a lot of people who watch my channel, it's mainly about manifesting an SP. So if you say, SP is in a committed relationship with me, or SP and I are committed to each other, you would say, why are SP and I committed to each other? How did SP and I become committed to each other? Does that make sense? So it can be, why am I? Why is this person? Why is my job? How did I achieve? And then you say your manifestation. Things like that, just so that it's literally just turned into a question format. One more example of how you can apply this is to use it in your day-to-day life. It doesn't have to just be for your set affirmations that you do every day. It can be in random moments where you could, you never know, it might really change the way your day goes. It could be an instant manifestation. You just never know what might click in your mind. So you could literally also just with your friends, and in a jokey way. It doesn't have to be super serious or based on anything specific, but you know, at least with my friends, I know I could be like, oh, why are we just so lucky? And they'll kind of go along with it. You know, in the moment, you might just like go along with it, make some jokes, but your mind doesn't take it as a joke. So you can, you know, get away with applying affirmations and sprinkling them into your conversations with people. And obviously people that you know and trust, and don't go up to a stranger and be like, oh, why are we so lucky, you know? Because they're not going to obviously engage. But with a friend or someone you know where you can kind of like joke around a bit and they won't be like, what are you talking about? You can say things like, oh, why are we just the luckiest girls ever? Why, or like, how did we just get the most perfect lives? And it will almost come across as sarcastic or a joke, but you know yourself for yourself that it's an affirmation, it's a positive thing. So I think most people, and if I say that to my friends, they kind of just laugh it off and joke with me, and you know, they understand what I'm saying. So yeah, those are little ways that you could also just sprinkle it in your day-to-day life. And why not? It's just a positive affirmation. So yeah, I hope this video was useful. I hope you guys found some good tips and tricks of how to apply this in your day-to-day life. And yeah, how to use it for your actual affirmations. So do thumbs up and subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.